Well, hello, welcome to the channel. My name's Johnny, and you're watching Hillbilly Modeling. So it's time for a new project, and I thought we'd just go ahead and take a look at this one right here. It's been a while since we've done a wheeled vehicle, so and I really like this. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now, this is ICM's Standard B Liberty Series 2 World War I US Army Truck, and this is model kit number 35651, and it's nice art right there. Now, when I received the box, it's got a little damage there, but it's okay because we'll look at the packaging and how well ICM has packaged this. So take a look at the end here. We got our box art and, of course, the 1/35 scale and all that on there. Moving around the box, we've got some history. Now, they did put these import stickers here over top of it, so it's hard to read. Hopefully our instructions has the same thing written on it, and we won't have to try to peel these off to read what that is. And then we have the vertical version of the same art that's on the other end of the box right here, along with the number. And then on this side, we have the line drawing of the vehicle just in color. So it's not the photograph of the actual model, it's just the line art. And then there's nothing on the back. Always good to check the back. So let's jump down to the bench here and take a look and see what we got here. Okay, so this kit, ICM released the first version of this in 2018, and this is the 2019 edition, issued with new parts. Now, I don't know what those new parts are, to be honest with you. I checked it out on ScaleMates, but they didn't specify. So, as you can see, once we pull the top off of it, that ICM has provided us a nice cardboard box. It's kind of thin corrugated cardboard, so that's good. Kind of protects everything, and that's what you want. You don't want any damage. And here we go. We have one bag here with all of our sprues in it, it looks like. And we have a very nice instruction booklet. We'll be taking a look at those in a moment. And we have here decals, yes. So we have our decals or decals. And we'll take a look at those as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at our instructions. So here, starting with our instructions, this is the Series 2, which of course means there was a Series 1, and we're not going to read all this, but you guys can take a freeze frame if you want to, but I'll just point out a couple of things here. It talks about that these were hooded trucks with an open cab equipped with a 4-cylinder engine, a carding drive of the rear axle with a worm gear and cast tires. Series 2 trucks, which is this model kit here, had alloy wheels and acetylene headlights. So if you want to know the difference, I guess, between the Series 1 and the Series 2, it has to do with the wheels and the headlights. So, and we have our specifications of the vehicle, full load, 3 tons, etc. Where is, yeah, 52 horsepower, guys, okay? So, now, that was a lot of horsepower for 1918, so. Okay, let's see. We have our color callouts for our Revell and Tamiya paints. Of course, you can use whatever type of paint you like, and as you guys know, I like to use, well, sometimes a mixture of stuff. Now, we do have our little legend here that's supposed to help us navigate through our instructions there, such as, you know, step assembly, assembly unit, optional parts not for use, which you will find in some cases where there are multiple versions of the model. There are parts that might be in there that you're not going to use. Times 2, make 2 pieces, and A, used color. So, our color callouts. We'll go ahead and open this up. I'm just going to leave it on zoomed in, or zoomed out, I should say, so we can see the whole thing. These are our Sprew maps. I almost forgot what I was talking about there. Not that I know what I'm talking about anyway, but we got our Sprew maps there, and we'll be able to check with and inventory our parts from that, and then we just jump right on off into assembly, and it's pretty simple. I think. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. Pretty simple instructions. I'll let you guys take a look at this. Does seem to be quite a few parts for this 3-ton truck. And as you can see, basic with most wheeled vehicles, you start off with the frame and spring assemblies, which we can see here. And then we move on into our drivetrain and front axle and steering components. And assembly of the rear axle, install. And as you can see, we keep building up the vehicle. So these wheels look interesting. And ICM normally does an excellent job with how the assembly procedures are. And as you can tell, none of this is cluttered, which I really like because you don't want to get lost in your building. Not too many parts for the engine assembly. Hopefully we'll be able to either display with the engine assembly being viewed with the hood open and or closed. Exhaust. And you can see the way ICM has laid this out. They really don't complicate things for you. And all of our sequences are actually in sequence, instead of having those nasty little arrows pointing from right to left and left to right and around in circles there. It doesn't seem to be too complicated. So it looks like the hood section is 2 pieces. I might have preferred that it would be 4 pieces so that you could display with the hood folded open. But we'll see when we get there. And then we have the bed build up here, step 58. And the way they've broken this down, you've got a whole lot of steps because they don't clutter your instructions up with too much stuff, as you can see. That really makes it nice and easier for the modeler. Yeah, and we've got a spotlight, maybe? Yeah, there's a spotlight there. And a horn. And I'm assuming these are the acetylene lights, maybe? Oh, that might be acetylene too, I don't know. Grab handles. I mean, they use this entire diagram here to show us that you have a hand crank to install. So, the other good thing is that you can see that there is a lot of detail here. So when you're assembling this, if perhaps you don't quite see what the alignment should be, and if there's any question, you can go back to the drawing and take a look, as you look through the book. And I've done that on many occasions, so that is helpful. So we have our canvas top, nice. Then we have our bows. And so if you're going to do the variant with just the bows, apparently you can put those on and you will end up with the truck with just the bows, or you can assemble the canvas, our canvas top there, and install it. So those are your 2 options, canvas or just the bows. And if you wanted to show it with a lot of stowage and cargo and stuff in the bed of the truck, probably be best to go with just the bows and the open back. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you don't even have to use the bows, I guess. That would be up to you. So yeah, nice. Then on the back here, we have our color callouts. Not very many colors. So that should make painting easier for us. Pretty much everything's green except for this khaki color for the canvas. Kind of a dark khaki. Kind of looks like there. So I don't know. Let's see. E. What is the call out for E? E is a khaki. Okay. And if you don't know, khaki is really a slightly green tinted linen color. So khaki it is. All right. So that's our instructions. Very nice. So first up, we've got Sprew A, and as you can see, it's quite a large sprue, containing our frame rails and engine block and some cab pieces. Actually, a mixture of just about everything. So we'll take a look at some of these details here. Here's our radiator. As you can see, it has all that wonderful detail there. Very nice. It's even got USA in it. Nice. And you can see the hinge detail and our louvers, and we can even see where the hood tie downs, or latches I should say, where they actually hook. So that's nice. Well done. Very nice. Then we got our floorboard here, and our firewall. Here's the other side of the radiator. And our engine block, 4-cylinder, whopping, what did I say, 52 horsepower. Front axle, nice detail there. I'm not seeing any flash on any of these parts. We also have some cross members. These are the heads for the engine right there. You can see those bolt details there. The grill guard. And one of the things I did notice, when I dumped this out of the bag, there is a part broken off. As you can see there. It's just I think it goes right there. So we don't want to lose that. All right. So always check those bags really good just in case there's something that may have snapped off in transit. And I imagine it probably happened in the factory because the box is, you know, it's not crushed to the point that that would have been snapped off right there, but it is. But we can fix it. That's no problem. You can see your rear spring hanger detail there. Very nice. Now the front springs are molded onto the actual frame. So the springs and spring hangers are all there. Very nice. Then we got our differential. This is the rear housing, and I think these are the seats, seat and back cushions, and this is the front section of the rear axle housing. We got our bolt detail there. Nice. So that's pretty much it for A. We'll go ahead and look at Sprew B. So now this is Sprew B, and what we're going to look at it, but I just want to let you know that these wheels right here are the wheels that you do not use on the Series 2 model. These are from Series 1. And these are the wooden spoked wheels. So just point that out to you. That those aren't going to be used on our build because we're going to use the supplemental. It's probably the new parts that they were talking about for the 2019 release of this kit. So this being Sprew B, we have our rear springs and exhaust and some steps. And you can see that their bolt detail is really, really nice. Here are these hubs with the bolt detail on them. Engine parts, steering gear, intake manifold, so on and so forth. We have some springs of some kind there. Tow hooks. Lots of little parts. I think these are our front fenders, along with our steering wheel there. engine fan, and our engine crank. We can't forget about that. So, on the other side, these are the backing plates here for our wheels, and you can see we actually have spring detail down inside there. Yeah. Here's the other backing plate for the rear wheels, opposite side. Nice. Okay, so that's B. Next up is B1. Now these are the supplemental parts that changes it from a Series 1. You can see B1 there. From a Series 1 to a Series 2. The big thing being that these wheels are cast. Yeah. And we have a different firewall, is that right? Could be. And maybe different fenders too. But they all have the bolt detail there, as you can see. I'm trying to think what our last ICM kit was on the channel. Now there are just little bitty ejector pin marks here and there, but really easy to take care of. You can see them right there. Okay, so that's B1. That's our supplemental parts there. That makes our vehicle into a Series 2. So now this is Spruce C, and as you can see, they have our bows. All right, so these are all of those freestanding bows. Now, if you're going to use these or versus the canvas, that's entirely up to you. Tailgate, maybe. There's a large frame box there. Really can't wait to start building this. And you can see that these details are really nice. Very, very little. Matter of fact, I really don't see flash. What I'm seeing is just some mold seams. Like right there, that's probably the worst of it that I've seen so far. It's really nice when they pay such close attention to that detail there. Makes cleanup so much easier. And assembly so much more enjoyable. Yeah. Okay, so that's C. Next up is our D sprue. So our D sprue contains our canvas pieces. Now, as you can tell, these canvas pieces have the sides already have our bows molded in. And these are the truck sides for the cargo bed. Very nice. We also have the floor for the bed, and then the top section for the canvas. And we do have our end curtains too. This, I think, is the rear. Yeah, I think this is the rear. This is our cab. These two are also cab, and then this one should be the front. We'll flip this over. This is the bottom of our truck bed, and then you can see the sides. Got that nice detail there with the I'm imagining that there's probably rivets, more than likely. And then we do have some frame details here for the little side curtains for our cab canvas. And just a few, I'm seeing 3 ejector pin marks there on each one of these. Should be really easy to take care of. They're not in a critical position that would really mess up the and cause us trouble with the framework and stuff. So it should be really easy to fix. Very nice. So yeah, that's D. So next up we have E, which is our clear sprues. Clear sprue, one of them. And it looks like we have our searchlight lens, 2 headlight lenses, and then these look like they go into those little oval slots for the cab canvas side curtains there. Not a lot there. They're not particularly clear, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Because of the size of it, I mean, they're so small, you're not gonna be able to see that much of that. Now we do have some detail there for the search lamp. So nice. Okay. And last but not least, we need to take a look at our decals or decals. So yeah, it says Standard B Liberty Series 2 and our kit number. And let's see, front. Now that goes on the canvas, I know for sure. And it looks like Big Red 1 right there. And we do have, it kind of looks like 2 truck numbers. 3, maybe. So, and as you can tell, it's not particularly thick. If I can get the light just right, you can see the film. There you go. Yeah, hard to see, I know. And these are pretty much blue-gray on a blue paper background, so they're a little bit difficult to distinguish the edges. So those are the decals. Very nice. We'll put these in a safe place. Well, all right, so that is our Standard B Liberty Series 2 World War I US Army truck. Now, one thing that I didn't see in the kit is the straps here. You can see that they have these straps that holds that frame forward, you know, and to keep your canvas stretched out. I don't think they're in the kit. Real quick here, let me take a look. I don't want to give you bad information. Yeah, so here we're installing, what step is this? 81. We're installing the canvas over the cab there, and there are no straps there. And if we flip the page, let's see if, no straps. So if we flip over to the canvas version, for the bed, there's still no straps. So that looks like an item that we are going to have to make ourselves. But we can scratch build that. It's not a big deal. So, and there's no photo etch in here. So if you are one of those modelers that really hate having to deal with photo etch, or new to modeling, I think that this would be a good kit for you if you like World War I subjects, because there's no photo etch to deal with. Very basic decals, not that big a deal. And I don't know what the part count is. You remember when models used to come out and they'd give you the part counts? I think Revell still does that, but most don't do it anymore. So, but it doesn't seem to be very difficult, and the instructions are really easy to follow, as you've seen earlier. So it's not all cluttered up, and you don't have like 79 arrows pointing in all kinds of different places, and it's not really clear where the part goes. I mean, it looks to be very straightforward, so I think just about any modeler could probably do the assembly on this without an issue. So that's always a good thing. So, special thanks to my subscribers. It's because of you guys that I keep making these videos. And if you like this video, don't forget to give a like. And if you're new to the channel and not a subscriber, I hope today I earned your subscription. So, that's it for this. We're going to start building this. So, I guess I will see you guys next Friday. So, y'all stay safe.